your power goes out, remember just how inconvenient your life can be. No lights, no refrigeration, no heating or cooling, no electronics. But with a Generac home standby generator, you'll have power when you need it. Our Generac generators automatically provide backup power after sensing a power outage, so your life goes on uninterrupted. Get a free 10-year warranty with the purchase of any air-cooled generator. Call Generac Generators today. Generac Generators. Life is primitive without power.
Streaming from the Tampa Bay 28 Weather Center in Studio A, this is Dennis Phillips Live. Brought to you by Generac Generators. Life is primitive without power.
How you doing, everybody? It is a Monday night edition of Dennis Phillips Live, and welcome. Hope you had a good weekend. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. We're going to get into weather in a minute, but we have a guest with us on Zoom. That would not be there. That would be Ron. So, Ron, I have known this man for 20 some odd years, and it's the coolest thing because I knew him from some retail outlets around here, and I always knew he had a thing about comedy, and the man was working. He was always trying to get the next gig, and it just kept happening, and it kept happening, and then COVID hit, and it really made it rough. Yes. And now, you know, you got so many things going on. First of all, welcome to Dennis Phillips Live.
Thank you for having me, man.
Appreciate you coming on. Truth be told, he talked to me years ago saying, Dennis, I'm going to get you on my show or my podcast or something. I've yet to get an invite, but you got something really cool going on here. And one of our guest here, in addition to Ron, is in the city, in New York City right now. So let's go ahead and why don't you do the introduction because it's all part of what you guys got coming up soon.
Yes, Saturday, May 9th. Early show 5:30, so you can get moms in and out. We are bringing the Mark Gregory from New York City. Hilarious. He's a dude that can make funny out of anything. Live and in person. I guarantee you're going to enjoy him. Mark, thanks for joining us, man.
Oh, man, thank you for having me, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Mark, you've been doing funny everywhere. Like everywhere. Like I didn't want to name drop, but
I will.
But I have.
Go ahead. Drop a name or two. Give him two good ones.
The funny is in his genes. His uncle is Dick Gregory. And he got some shoes to fill, and he's killing it. Mark,
thank you.
I'm proud of you. First of all,
oh, thank you, man.
This week he's doing Netflix is a joke, and then he's coming to see us. How was that, Mark? How was that experience?
Say it again. How was what experience?
Finding out you're going to Netflix is a joke. That's a big deal.
Man, you know what? It was it really was a blessing simply because like I kind of wrote it down on paper that I wanted to do it. And then the opportunity came this year. I kind of had like the Rocky joint, the Rock, like, you know, the gift. Where he's like, yeah, so I had that type of energy. So I'm looking forward to it.
So you're just telling us right now that vision boards are real.
Vision boards are real. It's not just something that the ladies do every year. Nah, it really is real, man. Sometimes you just gotta write it down and just smash it and do like this, you know, like a little biscuit, and boom, it'll blossom.
Man, listen.
Ron, I want tell them why y'all are coming down and why you're here tonight, because there's a local angle to all this as well.
See, we're going to bring you the funny, but we're bringing you the funny for a purpose. It's called Healing with Humor. And what it is, it's a nonprofit foundation to provide for families and individuals suffering with sickle cell anemia. And that's very dear to my heart because my oldest and my youngest have sickle cell anemia. So I have some amazing comics coming. We got Mark Gregory. We have Johnny B, a Tampa legend, and Jen Weeks out of Duval County, Jacksonville, and they all coming to get their talents to this wonderful event. And people like Dennis are making things like this happen.
Well, again, this is Granddaddy Fresh right here.
Amen.
Granddaddy Fresh is hilarious.
So I had a chance to actually see his acting, and I think what's great about this event too is, you were saying it as well. Your act has always been family friendly.
Yes.
I mean, you have the family one, and then you have the 11 o'clock show, which is a little out there. But what can folks expect for this? And again, how is it helping out in the local area as well?
So you can expect laughing at real life. Everybody's going through something, and we're taking you away from your problems, so you're able to laugh at life. And it's helping the local community because part of the proceeds are going towards the foundation to help people with sickle cell. We're trying to build the community. It's an underserved community, and we're going to make the difference.
So tell people how they get tickets and when everything's going on.
You can get tickets at sidesplitterscomedy.com. You'll see Mark's face. If you go to my website, you'll see the flyer with all of us on there. Come out. It's an early show, and we're going to have fun.
Mark, how'd you meet Granddaddy Fresh here? How'd you get in with Ron here?
Yeah, I think I met him in like 2011. We did a show. There was a guy who used to book a lot of clean shows out of Orlando. And I met him, I want to say like Flint or Lansing, Michigan.
Yeah, you know what? And it was Mother's Day weekend too.
It was Mother's Day weekend. He was a lot taller than. He was a lot taller than. Life has beat him down. I met him. He was about 6'2". I don't know what he is now, but that's the thing about life and parenthood. It beat you down, man. So I just hope that he stays right where he is. It's a good height for him,
You can
I'm glad he's doing this for a cause.
You can't cut him off?
No.
Okay, all right.
I thank you again very much. I know you're in the middle of the city right now doing a live interview with us, so I truly do appreciate it. But again, when is the event coming up?
It's this Saturday.
Sunday. This Saturday, May 9th, 5:30 at Side Splitters Comedy Club. 5:30. Yes. That's an early show, like you said. Listen, mom, grandma, auntie, they could be at the show and be home in bed at 8 p.m. You know what I mean? It's an early show, no excuse.
Facts.
There we go. That's a good granddaddy word. We would say that 3 years ago. I think we evolved to something else, but listen, Ron about to hit us with a right on, young blood. But show you right.
Well, again, thank you very much for taking the time. Appreciate it. We'll see you on Saturday, right? You're going to be up there as well, right?
I'll see you on Saturday. I'm hosting it, and I get to introduce him like he just did all the stuff about me. So, yeah, it's going to be a good time.
All right, thank you so much. Appreciate it. You guys have a great night. All right, thanks again. Well, that was... First of all, that was awesome, and I really appreciate it. I couldn't hear a word he said because this IFB ain't working. But I gave Ron the good IFB because I'm like, well, I at least figured maybe your hearing's not quite as good as mine, Granddaddy. Yeah. But no, we were talking about this for a while. I mean, I'm all about. I tell my kids this too. A buddy of mine, Mike Boylan, does Mike's weather page. Mike turned a dream of his and a passion of his into something that he's turned into a career. And it's exactly what you did. Because truth be told, I mean, I would always, I've known Ron and his family, and he knows my family because this guy, we would always get phones when you worked at Sprint,
yep.
And then it went to T-Mobile, and we would always come in there. And I was back in the day with that little Palm Pre.
I remember.
Yes, I was all into that Palm Pre.
I remember.
And then And the whole time you're like, well, you know, I'm looking to get a gig and I want to do this. And, you know, you hear people talking, but you always wonder if it's going to happen. But, man, you made it happen.
Thank you, man. Working at that store was so defeating at times. But then I would see people like you, and you were just still a real person. And, like, he's really nice, y'all. He really is. And you're probably wondering, he smells great, too. I know you're wondering. I'm telling you, he smells great. But he was so nice and personal that it inspired me. And so it helped me keep going and going and going. And now I get to do this for a living. I get to talk about the people that I worked with. They can't fire me. And it's such great material. Come hear it on Saturday. I'm telling you.
Well, and again, we got to hit a break here. It's a great cause.
Yes.
One that, you know, is near and dear to your family, and I appreciate everything you do for the community. And again, like I said, I mean, I've known this man. I've seen his act, and I even wondered, because, you know, stand-up nowadays sometimes can be a little bit, you know,
yes,
polarizing, and especially if you have, you know, your family with you. But you've got. I had my younger daughter with me. She thought you were hysterical. I'm sure it's going to be a great event and hopefully raising a lot of money, which is why you're doing it in the first place.
I want to give back to those people. There's so many horror stories that you hear about people in medical field and all that. But with sickle cell, they don't look sick. So they're prejudged when they first walk in. So us making people aware and being able, just think of your job. You go to your job, you're dealing with life, and then after that, you got to go to the hospital. So I want to help make these people comfortable, help fill the loose ends, and be a voice for this people to make them their own community.
And how can folks get tickets for the event?
SidesplittersComedyClub.com,
okay,
or RonHortman.com, and Healing with Humor Foundation.org. Any of those places, the tickets are there. We love to see you. Support. It all means a lot. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Dennis.
Appreciate it, Ron. All right, we'll be back in 90 seconds as DPL continues. Okay.
I don't know why I got so nervous. Like,
oh, that was awesome. I don't know why we were getting that.
The feedback?
That echo. I mean, it must have been a Zoom thing, because I bet we won't have it now. And if we do, let me try the IFB and see if I've got it now. We are still on right now. We are still on streaming. Test. Yep, I got no.
So it's going now.
It definitely was the Zoom, yeah. All right,
so I expect 1 million followers now because I'm over here with Dennis. I know Dennis.
All right, well, let's hang for one more. Yeah. That's my countdown. Oh, that was quick. We're back in.
Oh,
is that 40? No, it's 47. Yeah, okay. All right, yeah, you don't know. Man, I press all of my own buttons. This is the commercial break button.
Wow.
The Zoom, all that other stuff. I mean, I don't know.
You do it all?
I do. Yeah, the days of you know, having a floor director and this and that.
That's gone.
That's gone, man. That is gone. All right, let me call up my Facebook page, because I haven't even been looking at the live stuff. I am streaming on Facebook right now, still. And there's the TV. You can see yourself on TV right there.
Okay.
You've done TV before?
Yeah, little spots.
Yeah. All right, so this is. Okay, they wanted us to repeat. We're back in 7 seconds. They want us to repeat the website again.
Okay.
Hold on.
I'm just do side splitters.
Okay. In 3, 2. Hey everybody, welcome back to Dennis Phillips Live. A lot of folks on Facebook are still asking, because there were several websites that we were talking about. So what is the best website to get tickets to the event on Saturday?
SidesplittersComedy.com.
SidesplittersComedy.com.
Yes, and
right.
You'll see a picture of Mark, and that's where you can get the tickets. Come out. Come have it. I'll talk about Dennis. I'll talk about Dennis. I will.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be there. That's always the thing. Like, I've always been afraid to go to comedy places for that very reason. Because, I mean, I'm an easy target. I mean, come on. You know, I mean, whether people are... I'll get into this after this next break. I am going to talk a little bit about my events this weekend and whatnot. I find it kind of interesting. But you know, again, one last time, I am curious, since we're talking about the event and the fundraising aspect of it. I mean, two of your daughters.
No, my son.
Oh, your
and my
son
daughter.
and your daughter. So how did you find out? I mean, did you know that? Did you know that they were the second was more likely, or as likely, or was that just the way it played out?
I'll start by saying I was very young at first. We started very young. And my wife's family, we knew that she had sickle cell disease in her family. My family, no one ever knew about it. So when
My wife says hi, by the way. She said, hi, Ron.
Hello.
Hi on Facebook. I'm sorry, go ahead.
So when my son was born, they told us that he had sickle cell. And I said, there's no way he could have it because I don't have it. And so with sickle cell, it's genetics. There's a S gene and a A gene. An A gene is normal. A S gene is for sickle cell. So if you have an A and an S, you have what's called the trait. And the trait means you're a carrier of the disease, but you don't have the disease.
Got it.
And the trait help your body fight malaria. So you're not prone to malaria if you have the trait. Now, if two people with the trait, if they give that S gene from both parents to the child, then the child has the disease. And so you have a 1 out of 4 chance of having the disease because they have 2 of the S genes.
Let me tell you a story. So my oldest son, has it's a genetic issue, and it's the exact same thing that you're talking about in the sense that I was a carrier, which the odds of me being a carrier was 1 in 87. My wife was a carrier, odds of her 187, and the odds of them having that is 1 in 4.
1 in 4.
So the odds of them getting this was 1 in 81. I think it was like 82,000, and he got it. My oldest son got it. It's PKU. And but the point is, so I'm familiar with how these genetics works. So after you find out the first one has it, you're always concerned, do you want to have another child? Because there's a 1 in 4 chance they're going to get it.
So that's when I said I was young, and I was thinking, all right, we had one, there's no way that it would happen again. So
You were a glasses half full kind of guy.
yes.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
and I have all brothers, and we kept trying for the little girl. So my other 2 sons, perfectly normal, and then my daughter ended up having sickle cell. So I was devastated.
Sure. Sure.
Caught me.
What's the age difference between the son and the daughter?
I got to do math now. I should know this.
Maybe I should do math.
10 years.
Okay.
Yeah, 10 years.
So you had gone through 10 years. I mean, you at least were maybe a little more prepared in how to handle, and I'm guessing maybe
more
even
mature.
the medical.
Yeah, more mature. You know, put my business in the street, y'all. But when we started as teenagers, and then by the time we start having more kids, we were married.
Right.
And so it was like, God's gonna bless me because I'm doing it right. And bam,
Didn't work.
Didn't work. Didn't work.
So, are there advances in the treatment now? I mean,
Yes.
significant advances?
There actually been people cured in the past couple of weeks doing, it's called gene therapy. But it costs like $3 million to have it done. And it's very, very evasive on the body. Like you basically go through chemo, you got to break your body down. And then they take your genes and they send it to like somewhere in Germany, and they change the code so it produces normal cells. And they've cured a bunch of people now. You know,
and that seems to be where the medical treatments are going, gene therapy. I mean, and many, diseases in general. I mean, we used to do the muscular dystrophy telethon and things of that nature. So there is hope, but like definitely. You said, it requires money. So this coming Saturday, again, sidesplitterscomedy.com, is that correct?
Correct.
Sidesplitterscomedy.com. Ron is stand-up comic himself, Granddaddy Fresh. Going to have a lot of other comedians there as well.
Yes.
And again, the fundraiser is for?
Sickle cell anemia, called Healing with Humor. That's the name of the foundation. So.
All right. Well, good luck with the event, Ron. Thanks.
Thank you, man.
As always, great to see you.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll be back in 90 seconds. We're going to talk some weather and some other stuff as DPL continues.
Man, thank you so much,
Very good.
man.
My pleasure. It worked out.
Thank you, man.
I think the audio. I think the audio went well with that one. I couldn't hear with the IFB, but it sounds like there was an echo. Just must have been something on the setting on this. I don't know what
It's
it was.
me. Anything that can happen always happens to me.
It worked. So
I appreciate you
all right,
so
my
much,
pleasure.
man.
I appreciate it. Nice seeing you, man.
Thank you, man.
All right, we'll talk to you soon.
And if you ever need me for anything, let me know.
Always. Always.
You know,
and
I
I'm
still
still
get-
waiting to get on that podcast of yours or whatever.
You know
It's
what?
only been like 17 years. But,
Okay.
you know,
What time works best for you? Like
early afternoon.
Early afternoon. I'm gonna talk to, cause we got a little studio. I'm gonna talk to him tonight and try to get you on there.
Yeah, okay. He's
ASAP.
going to try to get me
No,
on. Okay.
no. I'm trying to fit it in his schedule because he's so busy.
That is true. Hurricane season coming up, it keeps us busy. All right, Ron, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And I thought I was going to do some weather, man.
I got to figure out what the weather's going to be like now. All right, we got 20 seconds left. I did not, Curtis, and I did not hear about that. Yeah, it is a great story. Jackie is wishing her family the best for everything, Ron.
Thank you so much.
And Anna Maria, same thing, saying thank you. All right, so we are back in 5, 4. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Dennis Phillips Live. So we definitely have some weather to talk about. We're going to go ahead and jump right into the 7-day for you here. Thank you very much for Ron for coming out. Again, super guy. I mean, sidesplitterscomedy.com. They're coming up, Healing with Humor this weekend. I have known Ron for, it might have been more than 20 years. I won't be honest. I mean, it could very easily have been 25 years. But it's just awesome to see him, how he's followed his dream. I mean, he's going cruise ships. He's been doing TV shows. They've been flying him all over the place. I mean, and what I love about it, it's clean humor. I mean, every time I've always heard it, it's the kind of stuff that I can bring my kids to and they can relate to. So I really enjoy it. So again, that's coming up this weekend. Proceeds benefiting his foundation. So there's a look at the 7-day highs. Look, we are going to continue to see highs in the upper 80s to low 90s because the average high now, guys, is 87 degrees. So we're pretty much there, right? We are pretty much in the time of the year where we don't have the humidity yet, but we do have the heat. So when we take a look at the euro, all right, so this will kind of give us a little bit of what's in store for the next couple of days, and not too much. There's some rain across South Florida because that's where the remnants of the front is, across South Florida, the one that brought us our rain and our storms over the weekend. So this takes us through Wednesday night, Thursday morning, Thursday evening, Friday. Now you notice there's a little bit of rain up in the Panhandle on Thursday night, but there's the next front, and that is Friday afternoon at 2 o'clock, all right? And then there's Friday night at 8 o'clock. But you notice where the rain goes. It really doesn't move much into our area. The front kind of hangs up across northern Florida. And then by early next week, maybe we get a better chance as a front does come through. This is the euro a week from tomorrow. All right, a week from tomorrow, it is bringing the chance of some rain. It might be a little easier to see it this way. So here's Tuesday, here's Wednesday, here's Thursday, there's Friday, there's the front hanging up there in northern Florida, just kind of sitting there, right, not really making it through. And then another front comes in early next week, and that one swings through. Now that's with low pressure attached right there. So 8 days out, the odds of that being accurate are lukewarm at best, but the euro at least does bring something in about 8 days. But if you look at the GFS, it does have something similar, but not as intense. So at least with both models are showing some development, that's a good thing. But for this week, I think it's got to be mostly dry and mostly hot. And then the euro brings another storm in the mid-Atlantic and another front on May 17th. So if the euro is onto something, that's 2 fronts after the one we just had on Saturday in about a 2.5-week stretch. That is a pattern that leads to at least a little bit better chances of rain and also can lead to the pattern of Gulf development. That is probably what we want. To end a drought, you often need a low-pressure system developing in the Gulf that doesn't get too powerful. And in May and June, that's exactly what we would expect. The water temperature isn't warm enough to be anything significant. So realistically, if the Euro is right and this pattern can verify, then all of a sudden we're looking at 3 rain chances over the next 2 weeks and potentially some development in the Gulf as well. Worth talking about. We'll finish up our last segment on DPL in 90 seconds. Right? Right. All right, we did have, I wasn't sure if we were on that at that end. Who doesn't have sound? I don't know. So, what did you guys, look, I'm going to read you a comment. I would read this on TV. I should read this on TV because it's so funny. You know, I'm going to finish the segment with what my gasoline post caused. Honestly, it's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. All right, and I'll have 45 seconds, 55, 30. I'll have 2:30. I'll have 2 minutes and 30 seconds to talk about it. All right. Because it's, you guys know I don't do politics. I just don't. I'm not interested. I like weather and sports and my family. That's really all, and movies. Those are my passions, all right? I'm not saying politics isn't important. I know it is, but I'm just not interested. I've never been interested in politics, ever. So when I post something, trust me, it is never about politics. All right. Here we go. All right. In 3, 2. All right, I was debating about whether I'm going to address this, but I am going to address this because this is kind of what DPL is about. All right, look. I was driving home from the Bolts game yesterday, and I saw a 7-Eleven in Oldsmar with gas $3.37 a gallon. And I'm like, whoa, I thought it was a mistake. I pulled in thinking it was going to say $4.37 on the pump, and they just forgot to change the sign. It was really $3.37. So I posted that on my Facebook page because I just wanted to let people know, hey, if you're out tonight, maybe it's worth making a drive to save $20. If you fill up a 20-gallon tank, you'll save $20 compared to what gas is right there. That's all it was. If you weren't watching on TV, which you weren't, I was talking about this on social, I don't do politics. I've never been interested in politics. I know it's important. I'm glad there are people who do care about politics, but I'm not one of them. I like sports, I like weather, I like movies, and I like my family. That's about it. I don't have a lot of interests, right? So when I'm posting something on social about a gas price being low, it's because I wanted people to save money. And let me tell you, they came out of the woodworks. All the political posts on both sides, by the way. I mean, it wasn't one more than the other because the bickering always happens. And then I'm getting these private messages. And oh, by the way, I did shut off comments on one of the posts because people were arguing and it got ugly. And I'm like, look, I don't want this. That's not my point. I just wanted to save you $20, right? So you shut off your comments to your political posts about gasoline prices. You should just take it down. You're a blah, blah, blah. Yes, it is a political post, you blah, blah. And then there's another one. I can't believe you, same person. I can't believe you did respond with that blah, saying you're not political, and you put up blah about gas prices and then pretend you're not political. You are against the United States of America with a stupid remark in reply. I just wanted to save folks a couple of bucks for gas. That's all it was. And you know what? I'm going to do it again if I see a good deal, because that's what I'm here for, to give you the most accurate weather and to save money if I see a deal, whatever it is. So I'm going to continue this comments on Facebook and talk a little bit more. We're almost done on the spot and streaming. Have a great night. We'll see you on tomorrow night's edition of Dennis Phillips Live. Okay. I had to do it. I had to talk about it because it's just so stinking ridiculous. Okay. So Yeah. And somebody wanted a receipt. Somebody like, can you show me a receipt? Because I'm apparently too obtuse to know what the price is of gas that I'm looking for. Oh, by the way, did you know that the little who of y'all don't even know what the little 9 means after the price of gas per gallon? Because my kids didn't, and I don't think my wife did either. I actually knew what it meant. I'm a pretty enlightened guy. I listen. I try to pay attention to things. And so anyway, go back and scroll through these posts because they are hysterical. I mean, I'm like, guys, I'm just trying to tell you where there's a deal. No, you had to be using your rewards points. No, I'm not a rewards member of 7-Eleven. I wish I were. Oh, well, you're using this. No, I'm really not. Oh, well, that wasn't the real price. Maybe it's the taxes in the county. No, $1 a gallon taxes? Come on. So anyway, I just, and the best part about it was when I was like, so let me get this straight. You guys trust me to give you life-saving hurricane information, but you don't trust me to believe that I can read a gas station sign. Because that's what it was. Well, you know, maybe he knows if a Cat 4 is going to hit this area, but can he read if the gas sign actually says 337 or 429? I don't think so. It's just, I don't know. Yeah, the 9/10, Kurt, it's a tax, right? It's the federal tax. I don't know. And I did think to myself, you know, I don't know if I didn't know how to cut off comments. I had to go in and figure out how to do it, which I was able to figure out, by the way. I just get tired of hearing people yell at each other. And that is why I break out the ban button. I have no preference. I just don't. I am a non-political guy. But what I won't tolerate is people yelling at each other and being rude to each other and name calling and everything else. And that guy who sent me that message is no longer on my page because I blocked him. I banned him. I left that in there. So say it again. If people are nice to each other, debating is great. But when you start calling people names about it and getting nasty, I'm just like, I have no patience for that. I just don't. Not on my page. I'm sure there's a lot of pages you can find it. Mine ain't one of them. All right. So anyway, that was it. Let's go back. Nadine Yanis, she's like, I was on your page last night and I loved it. I was just reading all the drama. I go, who'd have thought that there'd be drama because I just wanted to let people know they could save $1 a gallon on gas. I mean, right there, that is it. I'm trying to save people $20 and it turns into a free-for-all because it's become political. What is wrong with you? What the heck? What is wrong with you people? I want to know. I want to know why somebody would rather argue about something than save $20. Because I'd rather save $20. You know, I got a lot of kids and I got to save the money. So anyway, all right, let's go ahead and take a look at weather. Oh, you know, Sarah just said Gas Buddy. Well, I don't use Gas Buddy. I should, but I mean, I've made my point. I don't need to make it again. It was funny. If you've not read it, go back and read the comments because they're classic. They are entertaining. They are. Laszlo, how you doing, my friend? Okay, there's a look at radar. There are a couple of showers down south, closer to the front. One right around just south of Sarasota right now. So that's all moving offshore. How you doing, Debbie? All right, so temperatures right now, upper 70s. Just thinking about this comment. Upper 70s to low 80s. This morning, wow, it was nice this morning, wasn't it? It started in the 50s to lower 60s, although low 70s along the coast. Highs today hit the middle 80s. Tampa hit 85. That was a couple degrees below average. Amy says, but I do get into it with some, I'm not going to lie. I don't get in it. Oh, that is a nice shot there. Ooh, look at that sunset. Hold on, let me pull this graphic back over. It might make me a bad person. It might. That's a cool shot. But I'm not interested in politics. I'm just not. And I'm glad people are, because somebody's got to be. That's what always makes me laugh, because what I am really interested and knowledgeable about is sports. And whenever I hear you're just a weather guy, stick to your lane, don't go to sports. Really? There's a lot of people out there who know a lot about sports, and they're not professionals. They're just sports fans. And they follow the game really closely, or they played the game when they were in high school or college, and they know a lot about the game. So if you sell insurance for a living, and yet you're a huge sports fan, don't you think you can still know a lot about sports even though your meal ticket is insurance or whatever you do? People drive me crazy. All right, let's go back. 80 degrees right now at the airport. Humidity 48%. Winds out of the east. Now, Denise, oh, wow, it's a really cool shot. Here, let's go back. I want to show this one, too. Now, that's an interesting thought. All right. Look at the Feeding Tampa Bay cam. Oh, that is a winner right there. That Feeding Tampa Bay cam is awesome. We should just record this and show this at 11. You know, I'm going to post this. Stand by. I'm going to post this right now on Facebook. So I think I can post while I'm actually on DPL. Stand by. Gorgeous sunset from the Feeding Tampa Bay cam. I got to load it. Gorgeous sunset on the Feeding Tampa Bay cam. All right. Me and Greg and Allie and Jason and Twitter. Okay. There it is. Love it. Man, that is a nice looking shot, isn't it? I just want to keep this on here. I think we should use this for the 11 o'clock news, because they sometimes use DPL. I mean, we should use Ron, but that is a beautiful shot right there. I love it. What was I talking about? Probably was gas prices, but I don't remember. I don't know, whatever. All right, let's go to the next. 87, the average high. We hit 85 today. I keep thinking about the names people call. I can't help myself. It's just funny. All right, there's a look. There were a few showers along the coast. So what we're looking at here is any residual moisture from that front. There's not a lot. Maybe enough for an isolated shower like there was in Sarasota a couple minutes ago. And then a mixture of clouds and sun Wednesday and again on Thursday. Tomorrow morning, not quite as cool as it was this morning. I would expect we would see lows mostly in the 60s, maybe upper 50s, Citrus and Hernando County. But most of us low to mid 60s. And there's a look at the forecast. Highs in the low 90s. Rain chances might be a little bit higher Friday and Saturday north, because that's where that front is going to stall out. Curtis, how you doing? I think my mic's okay. For the boaters, the water temperature is now up to 79 degrees, so it's getting closer. There's the forecast tonight. Partly cloudy to mostly sunny. For tomorrow, rather, at the beach. And there is the 7-day. A little taste of summer. Not a ton of humidity, but a little taste of summer. All right. Hurricane season. So Joe Bastardi, who is a Penn State meteorologist, he's older than me. He was there when I was there, but I think he was teaching. He has a company called Weatherbell, and Weatherbell came out with their hurricane predictions today. I believe I can't remember the number, but I think it was 13 named storms. It was below average. And them, like everybody else, Mario, how you doing? Them, like everybody else, are saying there's going to be fewer hurricanes. The Caribbean, if you remember the last El Nino we had, the Caribbean just had nothing. The Caribbean was storm-free for the entire season. Usually in an El Nino, that area from the Caribbean all the way into the tropical Atlantic sees much lower than normal development. There is no one way or the other. Storms that develop in the Gulf aren't impacted as greatly by an El Nino. You might not have a storm that forms out in the tropical Atlantic, moves in the Caribbean, and goes all the way up, but you could easily have areas of low pressure developing, whether you get a stalled out front, whether you get homegrown development closer to home, maybe a weak tropical wave is unable to really get going because of impacts from El Nino, but then it gets into the Bahamas or in the northern Caribbean and it has an opportunity to develop. That is certainly something that we might see. But yeah, Joe is big in analogs, which, you know, you've heard me say this many times. So the new AI model data, you can argue, are based very much on analogs. And it's kind of twofold. It takes the existing forecast and then it goes back and it compares it to every bit of data they have for the last 75 years. Well, that's really all analogs are when we're talking about hurricane predictions. You look at the forecast of what you think the summer is going to be, or the current forecast, or, you know, maybe what the Euro is looking at 30, 60 days out. And then you go back and you look at previous years and you find similar situations and you see how they played out. That's all the AI stuff is. It takes all the data from before and compares the existing state of the atmosphere to states of the atmosphere in previous years and sees how they played out. That's what they do. Now, on the short-term data, when you're talking about Deep Earth with Google or the Euro AI or whatever, it's doing it on a scale maybe 5 to 7 days as opposed to 3 months, right? So the thought process still, and to me, it just makes sense. Yes, things are always different. The atmosphere will react differently at different times. But if you have the ability to look at what was happening and you find a very close match and you compare what happened then to what might happen now, it makes a lot of sense. Is it always going to be accurate? Of course not. But so far, it's been really solid in terms of accuracy for the Hurricane Center. So there you go. That's kind of what it is. The Euro AI did a really, really good job, Kyle, as did Google, the Deep Earth. It really did. And Doug says, but AI thought a tree was a snake when I took a picture of an oak. So there's that too. There is that too. Kyle, there ain't never going to be an In-N-Out in Florida. In fact, I even read the CEO actually even said that they are keeping it. I may be wrong, but I seem to remember reading the CEO saying, now that's going to be an out west thing. Now, they have added cookouts in our area. We've already had Whataburgers. They've been around. I had a Whataburger 2 miles from my house, and it went out of business. It's like 15, 20 years ago. I can't remember how many years ago. But it was in Palm Harbor. And it went out of business, and it turned into a dentist's office. So there have been Whataburgers in this area that failed. Now, there are apparently Jack in the Boxes that are coming very soon. And apparently people told me there used to be Jack in the Boxes in our area as well. I love the tacos from Jack in the Box. I know some people aren't fans of them. I am. My kids, I've been raving about Jack in the Box tacos for decades. So my son Shay went out to LA for something and he's like, Dad, I'm going to be able to get Jack in the Box. I'm like, yes. And then he got them and he sent me the pictures. He's like, you really liked these? I'm like, yeah, I did. And it wasn't college. It wasn't because I had no money and I was a poor college student. I mean, when I went to Penn State, there was a restaurant called the Cattle Car, and it was a sub shop. And every night after midnight, they had 25-cent fries. And let me tell you, I walked in there with $1 and I would get 4 orders of fries, and they were big orders of fries, and that would be what I would eat because I was a poor college student. So when I would eat Jack in the Box tacos, which were 2 for $99 or 2 for $69 or 2 for $1.29 now, I loved them. But that's because, I'm okay. I'm not bougie when it comes to food. I am not. Some of my children are. I don't know where they got it from because it ain't me. I sat behind this studio, and Wendy Ryan will attest to this. I sat behind this studio for like a year straight and had nothing but grilled cheeses every night for the entire year. I was doing keto, and I'm like, all right, I bought no carb bread, and I had grilled cheeses. That's all that I had. That's all that I ever had. So Thrasher fries, Doug, are awesome. I am going to be going up to Fenwick. Our family my first TV job was in Salisbury, Maryland, so I would go to Ocean City a lot. And Ocean City, people are like, why would you leave Florida? Why would you drive 18 hours to go to Maryland, to go to the beach at Maryland when you live 3 minutes from the beach in Florida? Thrasher's French fries. Dumzer's ice cream, Dough Rollers pizza, and Blue Crabs. That's it. That is it. Well, we talked about the weather, Denise. We finished with the weather. We talked about hurricane long-range predictions. We talked about AI models. We gave you the forecast, and we looked at a cool sunset. I'll be honest, that's more weather than we usually do. Tomorrow night on DPL, we are going to have magicians from the Straz. So, matter of fact, the woman who cuts my hair, she told me this today. She went to the magician show yesterday, and she said it was awesome. So tomorrow night, we are going to have the magicians from the show in studio to do magic. Next week, I'm going to go backstage to the musical 6, which my daughter Ryan loves. Have been to the original Hooters. Curtis, of course. Curtis, if you live in this Bay Area, how can you have not gone to the Clearwater Hooters? It is, you know what though? I love that Hooters, but I had $400 in cash for some reason. I went to the ATM and got all this, I don't remember why, but I had it, and my wallet fell, and that money fell out, and I went back five minutes later, and that money was gone. No one had seen it. Bummed me out. And no one had sat in that table yet. So I don't know what happened, but that tempered my view on that Hooters, but I still loved it. And we used to have a reporter here that was not a fan of Hooters. I love the chicken wings. Ryan likes we used to get the buckets of oysters, steamed roasted oysters or steamed oysters. I think the wings are great. I do. Christian! So wait a minute. Christian, did you see the sunset? Did you see the awesome sunset that we showed on here? Christian is our 11 o'clock producer, by the way. I had no idea that she's actually on. But anyway, yes. So we are going to be at the Straz for behind the scenes of 6, the musical. It is an awesome musical. It's about the wives of Henry VIII. And the music, it's Ryan's, I guess Hamilton's probably Ryan's favorite musical, but 6 is a close second. So Christian's like, yes, I saw it. Yeah, that sunset was awesome. So anyway, we're gonna have a little something that I'm gonna be doing from the Straz next week. This Saturday, I'm live at the Hurricane Expo in Palm Harbor. This Thursday, I'm talking to the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office about hurricane preps. And I don't know. Jocelyn's off this week. My producer/handler, Jocelyn, is on vacation this week. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing. Next week, we're recording our hurricane special. And we're going to do part of it at the emergency management folks for Pinellas County, where they have that bunker. So we're going to do part of it from the bunker. And then I think we might do part of it from the beach. I'm not sure. So Yeah, I love that Robert's Christmas store, Anna Marie. I'm not going to lie. That place is awesome. Christian wants to see the show of the musicians. Well, they will be here tomorrow. So they will be here tomorrow. And I do not know what kind of magic, but apparently it's really awesome. And she wants to see 6, as she should, because 6 is spectacular. And it opens, I believe, next Tuesday. May be wrong, but I saw it on Broadway with Ryan over the summer. And there's no intermission. It's a pretty quick show. So I strongly encourage people to go see 6, the musical, because it is awesome. Let me see. When is it showing? I think it's next Tuesday. Yeah, next Tuesday. So it's here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Tuesday through Sunday at the Straz. All right. Yeah, it's kind of like a bunker, Ren. And that's how I would describe it. I mean, you know, the emergency management folks got to stay safe if there's a hurricane coming. So, all right. So that is it, guys. We talked weather. We talked about my attempt to better the world by saving y'all $20, and it turned into a political rant. Still don't know how. Still don't know how that happened. Actually, yes, I do, because people bicker about everything. What is wrong with them? I'm not going to say you people, because I don't think anybody watching would be part of that group. All right, anyway, that's it. We will see you tomorrow with the Magicians. And I don't know what's going on the rest of the week because my producer/handler, Jocelyn, is on vacation, and I'm lost without her. So you guys have a good night, and we'll see you on tomorrow night's edition of Dennis Phillips Live. Thank you very much to Ron for showing up and talking about his fundraiser this coming Saturday. Again, sidesplitterscomedy.com to get tickets. You guys have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow. See you.